Redesigning Bato, Catanduanes. Bato is situated along the eastern coast of Bicol region and lies in the southeastern part of storm-tossed island province of Catanduanes. It is a fifth-class municipality composed of 27 barangays with a total land of 4,880 hectares, which is the smallest among the 11 towns of the province. Agriculture and fishing are the major industries. The best variety of abaca fiber is found in Bato. It is also the only municipality in the province that produces millet, a kind of cereal that is one of the town's delicacies. The geographical location of Bato, facing Pacific Ocean, was found to be a tuna highway. Large and marketable sizes of tuna are caught the whole year round, as well as the other first-class fish species like blue marlin and taniga. Being in the middle of the country's typhoon belt, Virac and the rest of Catanduanes has no pronounced dry season. Rather, it has about 12 to 15 rainy days a month on average. The decreasing forest cover has continued despite the logging ban that was imposed by the national government in the province forest lands in 1973, which was exacerbated by unsustainable upland farming practices and other land uses, thus resulting in low soil productivity, soil erosion, loss of biodiversity, and impaired hydrology, which when allowed to continue, would threaten the province's supply of water and pose serious repercussions to the lowland ecosystem and to the people's well-being. Since Bato, Catanduanes is located within the typhoon belt, it is highly vulnerable to natural calamities and damages brought about by floods and typhoons. Due to the recent Typhoon Raleigh and Typhoon Ulysses, Bato experienced severe flooding throughout the city as most houses were found near water. With that, most structures, if not all, were left in extremely poor conditions. In addition, Bato is also found to be abundant in natural features that could serve as tourist attractions. The project entails to redesign the city in terms of resiliency towards natural disasters and economic growth, conforming to Sustainable Development Goals or SDG for zero hunger, clean water, sustainable cities, and communities. The project objectives are to redesign Bato, Catanduanes in order for it to become more resilient to natural disasters through the use of proper urban planning, and to be able to provide enough resources to sustain the livelihood of the residents and tourists of Bato by maintaining the natural resources and making a good economic profit from it. According to the city profile of Bato, Catanduanes, the topography of the place ranges from sea level to 700 meters above sea level. As for the existing land use in the municipality, it is evident that the majority of the land is used for agricultural purposes. Another is beside these agricultural spaces are the residential areas, which shows that agriculture is one of the sources of livelihood. The Bato-Barras Road is the major road that connects the Catanduanes Circumferential Road, which serves as the access to Bato and San Vicente. Leader surveys and flood mapping of Bato River in 2017 estimates over 5,000 structures located in flood-prone areas. The 25-year rain return flood depth map estimates that 2 to 5 meters of flood can be expected.
Bato, Catanduanes is a coastal area that is vulnerable to hazards such as storm surges, tsunamis, and coastal erosion. Its residents and infrastructures are located in low-lying areas, making them more susceptible to high levels of flood. That is why the group proposes a mangrove belt for coastal defense. Mangroves are found to be a natural barrier to the aforementioned risks that coastal communities face. Mangrove belts reduce the speed of waves caused by storm surges and tsunamis and act as a barrier from the strong winds brought by typhoons. Its complex root system acts as an obstacle, blocking the water from reaching further into the coast. Aside from protecting the coast, mangroves maintain and allow for sea biodiversity and aquaculture to flourish by enhancing carbon storage, which in turn provide livelihoods and food security to the local community. One of its socio-economic benefits is providing places for recreation, thus enhancing human well-being as well.
Nowadays, people crave for going on a vacation. A reason for this is to bond with their loved ones while appreciating the beauty of nature. It is also a way to de-stress from the busy schedules that they encounter in their day-to-day lives. A change in scenery results in better productivity and creativity when it comes to work. Bato Catanduanes is full of natural attractions. The province consists of mountainous landforms, sea attractions, and rock formations. The attractions in Bato are the Sakahon Beach, Lokot Islands, Poseidon Rock Formations, and the mountains of Bato. Due to the healthy vegetation in Bato Catanduanes, the mountainside along the Bato Church serves as the perfect hiking spot for locals and foreigners alike. After a long hike, a walk along the beach is sure to soothe the tired muscles from the hike. The beach, which is another attraction, can serve as a scuba diving and surfing spot because of the abundant corals, the beautiful underwater view, and the big waves coming from the Pacific Ocean. The proposed beach activities also include the experience of nightlife. Resto bars will be available in the area while experiencing the beauty of nature. Another form of tourist attraction is the windmills along the coast of the eastern part of Bato Catanduanes, providing renewable energy resources for electricity generation. According to the environmental impact of wind energy, the demand for energy will only continue to rise in the next couple of years. This is why countries around the world are turning to renewable sources of energy like wind energy harnessing. Windmills and wind turbines can be built on farmlands, and especially on rural areas where winds are the strongest. In this way, the provincial areas can benefit economically. One major benefit is windmills do not emit any kind of hazardous waste. Rather, it contributes to better air quality. Lastly, they are often listed as tourist spots, an example of which is our very own windmill farm located in Bangui, Ilocos Norte. Furthermore, solar power is also a possible energy generator, as it is the energy from the sun that is converted into thermal or electrical energy, and considered one of the cleanest and most abundant renewable energy available. Solar power, therefore, requires solar panels to be located in an efficient spot where sunlight is most generous. These are to be integrated into street lights to reduce the overall consumption, maintenance, pollution, and even accidents, as the use of electrical wires are minimized. Esplanade as a coastal buffer and open space. An esplanade or a promenade is a long open, level area, usually next to a river or a large body of water where people may walk. Since the residential area in Bato is situated near the coast, it is found to be extremely vulnerable to its tides. Providing an esplanade to serve as a coastal buffer will help alleviate this recurring issue as it elevates the city and distances its community structures from the coastal area. City planning. According to CNN Philippines, the devastation Typhoon Rolly brought Catanduanes destroyed over 10,000 homes. In addition to this, both major and minor road networks have been heavily affected, causing difficulty in terms of moving from place to place. Since Bato is an agricultural city, there is no available marketplace not only for those on vacation, but also for the elderly that aren't strong enough to continue with fishing or farming. The Municipal City Hall, however, which is currently located beside Bato Church, is to be relocated to the center of the residential areas. This increases the accessibility of residents, specifically those with concerns, in contrast to having to travel a long distance. The marketplace, along with various shops, restaurants, and schools, can also be found near the Municipal City Hall so that all the important offices are in one area.
Bato Church is a provincial heritage site. However, masses are currently not being held inside due to the restrictions of the pandemic and being damaged by Typhoon Rolly. The group proposes an outdoor plaza as an alternative where mass gatherers are able to express their faith despite public health concerns such as the community spread of COVID-19. The World Health Organization released guidelines regarding small public gatherings, which stated that gathering at an outdoor venue is a good precautionary measure. the plaza could make a contribution toward the social well-being of the community, thereby improving their mental health after surviving the horrors of the typhoon and the pandemic.